My name is Vianca Gonzalez. I am a closer here at Tempo Solar. A little bit about myself. I am 32 years old. I have 3 girls. I started doing solar like 4-5 years ago, around there. And I loved it and never will go back to a 9-to-5. I was actually born in California. I moved here back in 2002. I've been here ever since then. I still have family over there in California, so I still go every once in a while. I grew up pretty much on the east side of Las Vegas. I'm still there.
That helped mold like who you were? Did it, like what, coming from the east side, you know, what were things that you saw that kind of molded who you are as a person growing up there?
You know, back then I didn't really like pay attention to like the news or anything like that. So I just like grew up around things going around. Not till I got older, and then I started seeing like the news, everything going on, like people getting shot.
Shooting Saturday night left a man dead and 2 people injured.
Ran over.
A boy was killed after being hit by a van while being dropped off at school this morning.
DUIs, you know, all of that crazy stuff. But since I grew up there, I can say I feel pretty safe. I feel pretty comfortable there. Most of my work and clothes deals are on the east side. There's a lot of Latin communities there, and that's what I am. So it's like I feel good. I feel right. I don't feel like I'm in danger or anything like that.
Yeah. You said you know, obviously there's you know, heavy. Well, the east side gets better at heavy crime, things like that. Have you had any of that personally happen to you living there? Like, you know, fortunately, you're shaking your head no.
You know, I mean, anything crazy, no. Just when I was younger, I do remember like a scenario with my parents. My mom was at home sleeping, I was at work, and then somebody tried to break in. They actually broke in, so I actually left work, went home, police was there and everything like that. But they didn't take anything, thank God. My mom's good, she's safe and everything. But other than that scenario, other than people breaking into your car, taking your school stuff, your backpacks, like, you know, nothing crazy, like a gun pointed at me.
Yeah, fortunately,
yeah.
And do you have other brothers and sisters, or?
I do. So I have 2 younger brothers and then a younger sister.
And how's the relationship with you guys through that, like growing up? How was that?
We're pretty close.
Are you the oldest?
I am the oldest.
Okay.
I am the oldest. I have a younger brother. He's a year younger than me. And then another brother, he is now 24. And then my younger sister, 21.
Nice. And then are you the only one that does your like solar in your family, or?
So my sister, my younger sister, does the sales side as well.
Okay.
She's actually an opener here with us at Tempo Solar. She's been doing it for, I want to say, going on 2 years.
What part of selling solar, I guess, like motivates you every day? You know?
Honestly, it's just knowing I'm helping people. The feeling that I get when I close a deal and I have the homeowners thanking me like nonstop, it's just a feeling that I get, and I'm just like, I know I did, you know, something good for this family. And then they're not just customers. I feel like I build like a really solid relationship with them. I'll be driving down their street for another appointment or something, and they'll be outside and they'll be calling me and telling me like, oh, like, hey, come by, like stop, we have carne asada or something, you know, like that's kind of like the relationship I have with my customers. So knowing I go for like job, I honestly just go and explain the way solar works, how it will benefit them, and honestly they just want to move on and move on with solar. But then after, they're just like, oh, thank you so much. Like, I really appreciate you. Thank you for being so honest and real and everything. So it's just that feeling that I get that pushes me to go every day and just help another family go solar. Another reason would be like the freedom. I am not stuck in an office, you know, like a 9-to-5. So I have the potential to be home, spend time with my kids, go help 1 or 2 families, and then come back home, feed my kids, make dinner for them. So I want to say that's also another rewarding part of the job.
Working for Tempo, how long have you worked for Tempo, if I can ask?
I want to say I'm going on a little over 2 years.
2 years, okay. And did you work for another company? You don't have to say their name, but
Correct.
Another solar company before then. Okay.
Correct.
And what is the difference that you've seen? Obviously, kind of being more of a veteran in the industry, what have you seen difference in this company than others?
This company is more like family oriented. I honestly feel like I'm not just here with coworkers. I'm here with like, I could be like a cousin, a sister, another brother, or something like that. So I really love the whole family oriented. Everybody's just open about everything. If we want to go and hang out on the weekend, like we can, like I love that we're just all really, really good, friendly, and family oriented here.
And then how would you say solar's changed like your life? What did you do before this?
So I pretty much was like an office assistant at a building. I was stuck in an office. So pretty much I was there from like 8 to 5, and I mean at first it was nice, I didn't have a husband, I didn't have kids, I didn't have a house, so it was making me enough money for my own personal needs. So now that I have kids, when I had my oldest, I was still stuck there in an office for maybe like a year. After that, I purchased my own home, and somebody came and offered me solar. So that's kind of like a little bit of how I got into solar. I pretty much asked them for a job. Hey, are you guys hiring? They said, yeah. I asked them for a job, and that's how I started. I didn't know what I was getting myself into at all. The way it has rewarded me is because like I'm not stuck in that office position anymore. Like I said, I'm more free to go do whatever I want. Obviously the money, like that's a big plus in this industry. I'm also not financially good and stable for me, my family, my kids, but also for like my parents, like if something were to happen to them, I know I can financially be stable and help them as well.